What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Tricky Jim at Full Grip Games. Going to be showing off Jose Marrero's Top 4 International Championship Pikachu Zekrom Tag Team GX deck from Oceania in today's PTCGO gameplay video. Very cool, very aggressive list. Plays 3 copies of Pikachu Zekrom, even a copy of Stormy Wind's Rayquaza-GX in here to accelerate more energy into play out of the discard pile. Copy of Marshadow-GX, which helps a lot in the mirror, and of course against Zoroark decks. Very cool lightning toolbox deck we've got from Jose. Big accomplishment as well, so shout out to him. We are going to be running some games and seeing how the deck works here in today's video as we prepare for the Collinsville Regional Championships that I am going to be attending. So I'm really stoked on that as well, and still hunting for a good deck to play for the Regional Championships itself. Looks like I'm going to be going first, which is sweet. I love this list. I think that the list is very much geared towards getting a turn 2 full blitz, which is exactly what the Pikachu Zekrom deck wants to do. Just full on aggression right out the gates, no looking back, and hope that your opponent can't respond to what you're doing. I also really love that we play 2 copies of Let Loose Marshadow in here. This deck is the kind of modern Rayquaza deck, if that makes any sense. I think this is the new modern Blacephalon deck as well. It's just the deck that gets out swinging for big numbers very, very quickly and put your opponents in these compromising situations, especially when Let Loose is involved, and seeing if they can't just fold to whatever you're trying to accomplish on your side of the field. I'm going to save the Electropower here since it looks like we're going in with a turn 1. Potentially turn 1 Cynthia. I could go turn 1 Let Loose, but I think Cynthia is the safer play just to try and set up. And then if I get Let Loose off the Cynthia, I'm cool with that. No energy in the discard pile yet, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it's cool. I think we'll be able to deal with this just fine. I do have Rayquaza that I could go. No, I don't want to get Rayquaza. What am I talking about? We got Zeraora in hand already. This deck does not play Zapdos. We are not using Zapdos here. We are going just all in with trying to disrupt my opponent. We got cards like Absol, which definitely help with that, so I think Absol is good. I have free retreat myself, so I don't mind my opponent's Absol. And then I could just Erika's here, turn 2. Hopefully my opponent kind of flexes their bench out and makes that a possibility for me. So I'm going to sit here, be a little responsive, and wait to see what my opponent does before I proceed at all. I don't think it's worth Ultra Balling for the Let Loose here, especially since I don't have a Lightning Energy in my hand to be able to get into the discard pile. Looks like my opponent is playing a straightforward Jirachi Zapdos deck, and this is a close matchup. Really, if I can get a turn 2 full blitz and then into a big Tag Bolt GX early, I can disrupt my opponent enough so that I can just limit their options. Tag Bolt GX targeting down 2 prizes on my opponent's side of the field could be really tough for them to deal with, especially if I take out things like maybe both Zapdos or both Jirachi, just cards that they would want. Looks like my opponent's just being hyper aggressive here though, and just going in with the turn 1 Zapdos for as much as they can muster. 2 Electro Powers. I don't really like that play early on. I think that is a little bit, I guess, too aggressive with 2 Electro Powers. Like, you're not getting those back, so I respect it though. If you want to go in, do as much damage as possible. They don't even have the Lightning Energy yet, so they could have just whiffed, in which case they would be punished for that. Looks like they are able to find a Lightning off of the Lotto though. They got a Shrine as well. This is going to be a little bit tough to stomach, but it looks like they are putting down a couple more Pokemon for me to be able to Erika's for more, so I do like that. See what we got going on here. We got Energy Switch in our hand. It doesn't really help, though I could pivot to a different Pikachu Zekrom this turn, which would be very good. I think I'm just going to Erika's for 4 and go from there. We've got Thunder Mountain and a Lightning. That is very good. So what I'm going to be able to do is just Ultra Ball for a different Pikachu Zekrom altogether, counter this stadium, and full blitz. That is fantastic here. So we're going to Ultra Ball away, probably the Ultra Ball and the Tapu Lele-GX. I haven't even needed to use my Yeah, we're just going to do that. Haven't even needed to use my Tapu Koko Prism Star yet. You guys can see just with all this energy switch that we have in Jose's list, it's very easy to pivot between attackers. The Zeraora giving us the free retreat there, absolutely fantastic. We're not disrupted by cards like Absol at all. We will move the energy to the active here, attach from hand, and we've got full blitz. So the idea here is to go all in on my active, and I love that Jose's list is also playing a healthy amount of lightning energy. I never really feel like I'm in fear of running out, which is definitely something that lower energy count Pikarom lists can kind of do when you're closer to around the 10 mark. It can just dry up. You prize a few lightning energy and it just feels really bad. I hate going in with full blitz, there not being any lightning energy in the deck. So I like that this list has a bunch. Also makes it easier to get lightning energy into the discard pile earlier on. Opponent's got a couple of Jirachis out, no Zapdos. My Absol should be making it a little bit more difficult for them to pull off attacks as well, though my Thunder Mountain Prism Star is helping him by allowing my opponent to attack for free with Zapdos. So they could attach their energy in an escape board to the active Jirachi. I will give them that. And then I do have to worry about this guy back here. He's got only 90 hit points left. It is worth 3 prizes, though I don't plan on putting any more energy there for the remainder of the game. This list is not playing any max potions. I have seen a couple Pikarom lists running max potion to kind of heal off big hits like this one that we sustained here. Jose's list is just geared for pure aggression with all those energy switch cards. 6 energy switching cards means that we have the highest probability really out of any list that I've ever seen of getting the turn 1 or turn 2 full blitz. And it looks like my opponent was not able to get the cards they need. That is amazing. We are going to go in and just get the big 2 prize turn here, take a substantial lead, and now we're not really worried about the whole, losing this Pikachu Zekrom thing, because we are just so far ahead now that we can comfortably just pivot between attackers for the remainder of the game. Unless my opponent's able to steal a huge one-hit KO somewhere, then we should just be good. I don't really feel like I need too many energy switches now. We got the multi-switch and everything, so the Guzma could be better. We'll take that. I'll attach from hand to my Zeraora-GX, though this game I could end up using Mach Bolt, which is kind of interesting. I don't really like that, but it is an option that I may want to consider. We'll probably just go in on the Zeraora instead. It seems safer. And then we'll just tag Bolt GX here, knocking out the Jirachi and the other Jirachi. I really just want to take out both Jirachis, make it so that my opponent has a hard time attacking here. Their Absol does not have free retreat. The Jirachis are not going to be able to search out any sort of item cards now that they are in the bin. So that's exactly what I want to see here. Excellent stuff. Pikachu Zekrom showing off its toughness with the turn 3 Tag Bolt GX, turn 2 Full Blitz, exactly what this list is supposed to do. Now, my opponent is going to want to probably have a Guzma here, at least kind of chip away at somebody. If they have Guzma, they'll be able to take out my Pikarom here on the bench and take 3 prizes themselves, so that's good. But what's tough about not having Jirachis on board is that this is kind of going to dry up, right? As I continue to take prizes, the Zapdos deck is going to have a real problem proceeding forward. So let's just promote this, and we can gladly just continue attacking here with full blitz, make sure that we get plenty of energy into play. I do have an energy switch. I think at this point, it's probably fine to attack with any GX attacker, so long as it has a decent amount of hit points. But the Shrine is ticking away. I don't know if we could find our other stadium right now, if we should burn resources in order to Lillie. I'm thinking we just knock out the active, probably energy switch off to somebody else in case this guy takes a big hit. Let's just Ultra Ball away. I feel like the Koko is not exactly who I want. He's got not quite a lot of hit points. We'll Ultra Ball these cards away. Take a look at the deck real quick and see what our options are. I can let loose my opponent, make their hand much smaller. I do kind of like that. And I could also get a fresh Pikarom. That's cool as well. The fresh Pikarom, I guess Let Loose is probably good. Draw some more cards. We could do that. Sure. We'll grab that guy. Just start energy switching, to be honest, off of the big Pikarom onto this guy. Burn the Electro Powers. We definitely don't need these cards, right? Attach here. And then let's just Lillie for more. See what we get. We got Ray, Acro Bike. Let's just see some more cards. Wondrous Labyrinth, that's what I'm talking about. Check this out. We've got exactly 4 energy on our active Pikachu Zekrom. Let's bump that. And now, I don't think that my opponent is going to be able to handle this at all. We're going to full blitz. And they are left with a 4-card hand. No Jirachis. Wondrous Labyrinth in play. This is absolutely horrible for them. And I would be very surprised if they can't respond. Sure enough, we've just got like plenty of energy here. I'll just put 1 energy onto my benched. Yeah, we're just going to select 1, I think, onto my benched Zeraora. That's fine. I'll keep the other ones in my deck, you know, in case I want to pivot to somewhere else next turn. But look how much energy we have in play. Look how much energy we have in the deck. Just so much. We could full blitz turn after turn and not worry about drying up. Really fantastic. My opponent has to find a counter stadium so that they can attack here. And then they also need to find a switch card and a lightning energy. They do have the Tapu Koko Prism Star, who's going to help with things. But like I said, their strategy without Jirachi should be drying up here shortly, and they will probably struggle to find their final 3 prizes. It is certainly possible. They would need to hit this Pikachu Zekrom for like 100 this turn, and then Guzma and hit it for like 100 more this next turn. Now, I am perfectly content just throwing up the Zeraora here. The reason I'm going to do that is because I don't think that my opponent can knock it out. And I think they also forgot about the Wondrous Labyrinth. They just forgot. They went to Thunderous Assault. This is not a card that a lot of players are like used to running into lately. I've made this mistake as well. So they needed to Dance of the Ancients before they promoted the Zapdos, before they escape roped, so that they would have been able to get the double lightning onto the Zapdos to make this play happen. But now they just don't have it, and they have to pass. Absolutely devastating. And they were not able to bump that stadium at all, so we can gladly just attach our energy. Really, it could go anywhere. We'll just attach our energy, and we can Plasma Fist for knockout on the Zapdos. And that should just be it. I have a normal GX Pokemon in the active. They would have to Guzma and knock out this 240 hit point behemoth in order to win this game. And Jose's list is looking very, very strong here. This is my first game ever playing it, but I really like what it's got going on. The list feels cohesive, well thought out, well considered, and very aggressive, which is exactly what I want to see from a Pikachu Zekrom tag team deck. Opponent's going to go for that final Guzma here. They got Instruct on Oranguru to see if they can't find anything at all that'll help them close this game out, but it is too little, too late at this point. There is not enough firepower in this deck in order to be able to take out a Pikachu Zekrom tag team GX. So they're just going to scoop it up. We got that first game there. Let's roll in and play one more with the Pikarom deck. Jose's top 4 list. See what we can do. Playing against Mr. Soda, who apparently has the advantage against me. We will see about that, Mr. Soda. We'll see. All right, I'm going first. That's not what you want. You don't want to go second against Pikarom. That's no bueno. We've got an option to either start the Tapu Koko Prism Star or the Marshadow. I am feeling the Tapu Koko Prism Star for sure. It's fine. That thing will end up in play eventually, and we've got tons of energy switch cards to make sure that we can get the energy off of it. Looks like my opponent is playing probably Jirachi Zapdos. I did see Metal. I did see Lightning, I think, in their deck list, so that's fine. But we've got a real clunker, awkward starting hand here. Think that I'm comfortable just putting a Lightning energy down. I'm not going to need the Choice Bands. I'm not going to need Electro Powers in this matchup. And then let's just go and do the turn 1 Let Loose, I think. And let's get into that turn 1 support. Come on. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. This is exactly what we wanted to see off of that Let Loose. We've got the Zeraora for free retreat. I don't necessarily want to give them my Thunder Mountain, but we will gladly Lillie for 6 cards. And we have got a Oranguru here. Not too much else, though. But I do have a turn 2 Plasma Fists very easily. I think that ideally here, I actually retreat into the Marshadow, which is kind of funny. But honestly, if anybody's going to take a hit, I would rather it be the Marshadow. So we're just going to do that and then probably go in with a very quick Plasma Fist here and then try to pivot from there. But you can see we've got all the technology in our hand for a turn 2 Pikarom. We just have not seen the ROM yet. No Pika ROM. My opponent just got double Zapdos. This is not what you want as a Zapdos player. No Jirachi start. They will bring up my Zeraora, though, and hit it for 110, which is yikes. But they've got a 1-card hand, so I think that they shouldn't be able to sustain themselves off of this. I think that I'm probably cool here. Also, I can just go in and knock them out with Tapu Koko Prism Star. I think that that actually is the play. Weirdly enough, I mean, I don't want the Tapu Koko Prism Star to hit the hit the discard pile, but the Tapu Koko actually has more hit points than my Zeraora, if that makes any sense. So let's just go, do it. Let's go, Tapu Koko. Mach Bolt. You feel me? We've got that. We've also got the Thunder Mountain. I am going to be able to put my Oranguru down, play this. Yeah, no point in doing any of that yet, so we'll just Mach Bolt. Just playing as many cards down as I can so that maybe eventually we can start drawing cards with our Oranguru. We did get an Ultra Ball, though. It's exactly what we want. So if my opponent doesn't have anything here, we win the game. And we'll move on to 2-0 with this Pikarom deck, which is pure fire here. Absolutely fuego. Super, super cool. And this deck is a blast to play. I will give it that. This is probably my favorite Pikarom list that I've played so far. For sure, for sure. My opponent just has to Guzma up Zeraora, bench their own Zeraora, and they only do 10 damage with that Thunderous Assault. Absolutely devastating. So let's see what we could do here. We've got plenty of draw cards at our disposal now. I think that I want to, 120, 150 we're doing here. I've been just burning Electropowers because I thought I was playing against Jirachi Zapdos. We're not really playing against Jirachi Zapdos, but that's okay. I think we go here, Ultra Ball away, 2 Guzmas. Yeah, that probably seems fine. We're going to Ultra Ball away to 2 Guzmas. Not, super great, but it's all good. And we're going to get ourselves a Pikarom. And then I do have Lele in deck, so I can actually go Lele for a supporter off of this Instruct if I don't get exactly what I want. So that's cool. I do like that. We'll do this. We'll Energy Switch off of the, Tapu Koko. That's fine, and we're going to put it probably just onto the active for now. That's fine. At least we're guaranteed the attack there. We don't want to actually miss the attack. That'd be kind of embarrassing. So let's just Instruct. And we got Acro Bike and another Zeraora. Sure, we'll Acro Bike for 1. See what we get. Another Acro Bike. Whoop-de-woo, let's go. And we're going to keep on riding this bike. And we've got Lillie. So that is amazing. I don't need to actually go in and use my Ultra Ball for Lele there. We do have Rayquaza-GX. That's cool. I could bump my Tapu Koko at this point, but I'm going to give it one more turn. And then we're just going to Plasma Fist this Zapdos for knockout. My opponent has to promote the Zeraora with nothing else going on. And I am pretty cool here. I didn't get a manual attachment, so that's a little bit of a bummer. But my opponent's got a 1-card hand and a Zeraora in the active. So we could just see a scoop here for sure. And what a weird game. You look at my board position. This is not exactly what we intend to do every game with Pikarom, but it surely is effective. We've got 3 Ultra Balls in our hand. So that is interesting. I think that I just go in with this Rayquaza here and mill. I kind of like that. Could get myself more switch cards. We've got one energy switch down and one multi-switch down, meaning there's plenty of energy switch options in the deck. So let's just do that. And then I can kick that Tapu Koko Prism Star as well. Let's see if we can't get another energy into play. Well, we got the one. So that's fine. And then I will just Ultra Ball kind of this whole hand away, really. And we'll get rid of the Zeraora and an Ultra Ball. It's fine. Go get myself an Absol. And then I kind of want to just Ultra Ball away the Cynthia and the Absol. And we're just like trying to be aggressive here so that we can actually draw and do some good cards off of this Cynthia. I don't want to see another hand that looks like that one, if that makes any sense. So we've got energy switch. I will gladly take that off of here, put it there. And Cynthia, see if we can get some more stuff going on. There we go, Mysterious Treasure, very cool addition to this list here. We are able to Mysterious Treasure away a lightning. I can bump the, we're so close to knocking this thing out, but we don't quite have it. I can Mysterious Treasure away this. I guess we grab the Lele just cause, right? And then I can attach to my Pikachu for a turn. I can bump Dance of the Ancients, get that energy onto my Pikachu, and they're just going to scoop it up. Actually, I did have it. We could Tag Bolt GX for game there. I forgot that Tag Bolt, you don't actually need 6 energy to Tag Bolt. So we actually had game on that Zeraora, and that was it. That was game. So good game to both my opponents, but we got there. Jose Marrero's Pikachu list looking absolutely fantastic here on camera today. Really digging what he's got going on. Just the 2 Prism Star stadiums, both very effective here. We saw that Wondrous Labyrinth put in a ton of work versus Zapdos. And the Let Loose also, what a wild card. Super, super aggressive and very cool. Very nice deck list. Congrats to Jose on an incredible accomplishment. Top 4, the International Championships in Oceania. So this is definitely a deck to look out for at the Collinsville Regional Championships. And thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to catch me on stream. Tricky Jim, twitch.tv/Tricky Jim. I am streaming every weekday now. Some days are mornings, some days are nights. You can check my schedule on my Twitch channel. I got it posted in the little, tabs underneath the video. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to check out all the links in the description below. Check out FullGripGames.com for all your PTCGO codes and trading card game needs, team up singles as well. And of course, make sure to check us out at the booth at Collinsville Regional Championships. We are going to have a booth set up where we're selling cards, so make sure to stop by and say hey if you are in attendance. Anyways, y'all have a great day. You rock. Peace.